Coming to you live from Atlanta, Georgia, this is Mock News with Adam Blanchett. Welcome back to Mock's News. I'm Adam Blanchett, and today we have a very special guest for you, Senator Eric Butler, Republican presidential candidate. Come on over, Eric. Nice to see you again.
How you doing today, Adam?
Doing well, doing well. Well, we have a couple questions lined up for you.
Great.
And we'll just go ahead and start it off. Why did you decide to run for the presidency?
You know, Adam, as a senator from Florida, I've seen the ineffectiveness, frankly, of our Congress to handle situations in which key policy changes need to be implemented. Also, as a senator from Florida, I've seen how the effects of reducing taxes on business, as well as having competitive taxes statewide, creates a boom in economics. This country needs job creation right now. And from my term in the Senate, I believe that I'm just the man to help make this push, a bipartisan push towards job creation.
Well, Mr. Senator, we hate to do this to you, but we're going to have to pause for a quick commercial break.
That's no problem, Adam.
All right, and we'll be right back with Mock's News and our interview with Republican presidential candidate Eric Butler.
I'm Eric Butler, and I approve this message. Congressman Moore and I are working men in a working world. We want to create jobs and protect the middle class because that's who we are, and that's who we care about.
This message brought to you by Butler Moore for President 2013. Now back to our previous interview with Republican candidate Eric Butler, already in progress. And could you possibly describe some legislation that you think would be good for the people?
Certainly, Adam. Our campaign is going to focus on a main piece of legislation, and this is a piece of legislation designed specifically to tackle the tax reform problem that this country is currently facing. As I've already stated, the middle class is currently bearing the weight of the entire country on their backs, and I've seen the damage that partisan politics can play in Congress in trying to get these tax reform codes fixed. And what we need to do as a country is to scale back taxes on the middle class, as well as scale back taxes and regulations on business. This will create an economic boom, and it will create jobs that the American people desperately need right now.
And do you think that all these tax reforms have stemmed from your time as being a senator in Florida?
Certainly. As I stated before, Florida has very progressive stances on their tax. We don't have a sales tax in our state. We also have very lax regulations on business. And this creates jobs. I can't stress enough, the middle class is suffering right now. We need job creation out there, and we need to get the people back to a financial stability.
Well, that sounds very good for your economic standpoint. Let's go ahead and switch gears here a little bit, if you're all right with it, and switch over to American foreign policy. I know a lot of people out there are curious about your stance on North Korea and Iran and their nuclear aspirations. Do you have a stance on that?
These are pressing issues that face our country right now, Adam. And as a presidential candidate, I believe that we must take action in certain stances. I mean, American intervention isn't popular all the time. But Iran is working to create nuclear weapons right now. It's a fact. They are. And once they get nuclear weapons, I believe it is America's responsibility to intervene and try and stop them from using it. You see, North Korea and Iran both have an intent and an ability to use nuclear weapons. We must intervene if our people are in danger. The same goes for North Korea. They currently have nuclear weapons right now, and they have the intent and the ability to use them. Now, China has already forced economic sanctions on North Korea if they continue to be belligerent and outspoken in their process of using nuclear weapons. They currently don't have the capabilities to attach these weapons to missiles, but it is America's job to protect the people of America. And again, they have the intent and the ability to use them. And if it becomes a problem, America needs to intervene in these situations.
Hard issues answered in a very, very nice way. Well, I'll tell you what, we know that you're going up to Washington, D.C. On the 11th, And you care to elaborate anything on what you'll be doing up there at the big house?
Yes, actually, Vice Presidential candidate Moore and I will be sitting in on some key policy legislation right now. We'll be in meetings regarding economic and fiscal policies that are actually very important, that need to be taken care of right now. And we'll be doing our part, as always, to make sure that we can try and implement some of these key policies and try and stay away from the current gridlock that always plagues Congress.
Well, you heard it here first on Mox News. Presidential candidate Eric Butler already getting things done. Thank you so much for coming to see us, and we'll be back to you guys later.